After two impactful films with an in-development process that started in the mid-teens, a production process that started in 2018, and over 150 production days across the three films at large, today we are debuting the trailer to Dune Part 3. This film would not exist without the master of cinema, the great artist that is Denis Villeneuve. Denis always says, "Vive le cinéma," and with this third film, I think he has done just that. A true act of cinema. I am not alone in saying thank you to Denis for his dedication in bringing the Dune films to life, and now the Dune trilogy to life. I hope you enjoy this first sneak peek at Dune Part 3. And please welcome to the stage, Mr. Denis Villeneuve.
Thank you.
Thank you, Timothée.
That's a lot of people for a trailer. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here today. Very excited to share with you some few images.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time. I know that you're quite busy.
Yeah.
I wanted to start with the obvious elephant in the room, is that you were talking obviously about you weren't sure if you were going to dive right back into the Dune world, if you were maybe going to take time off, if you might even want to make another film. But as we can see, you obviously came back for Dune Part 3, and you came back quicker than some people might have thought. Why was that?
Even me, I thought I will take more time. What happened is two things. First, when we released Part 1, it was at the end of the pandemic. I was not really in contact with the audience. And when we released Part 2, I received that wave of excitement and love from Part 1, and people wanted to see Part 2, and the way the movie was received everywhere in the world. I mean, and when we screened the movie first in Mexico, there was 14,000 people outside the theater and 5,000 people inside. It was like, it was that kind of roller coaster like that around the world, where we see an excitement, and I felt an appetite for the third movie that I was not expecting. And I felt when you as a filmmaker, you make those movies, when you make a series of movies, like you are in a relationship with the audience. And I felt a responsibility to finish the story. And I went back home, I said to my crew, I'm taking a break, that's it, bye-bye. And I went back home and I kept awaking in the middle of the night with those images. I was supposed to do another movie in the meantime, but the image of Dune Part 3, inspired by Dune Messiah, kept coming back, and I said, oh, all right, let's do it.
I'm glad you did. I also have a lot of questions about that in-between time, but I'm not going to ask them here. The next thing I kind of wanted to go over is you keep these films very under wraps. I feel like very little gets out from set, and I kind of wanted to know if you can share anything at all of where we now are in the Dune story.
And I think it's like it happens many years later. It's a very different movie from the two first ones. I said to myself, it's a good idea to come back to this world, not by nostalgia, but by urgency, and to go there with a critical eye and the idea that not to be self-indulgent. And I said to my team that it will be a very different film, very different, a Dune movie, but with a different tone, with a different rhythm, with a different pace. And if the first movie was more of a contemplation, like a movie that a boy exploring a new world, and the second one being a war movie, this one is a thriller. It's a more action-packed and more dense film, more muscular than the two others, I would say. And it's a movie that takes place like many years after the two first films, a bit like the book Dune Messiah gives a new sight on what happened to Paul Atreides. So there's a time gap, 17 years, where we see Paul dealing with the consequences of having too much power, and him trying to figure out how to get out of this cycle of violence. And of course, he's an emperor who can see the future, so he's kind of invincible. And we will follow people trying to overthrow him, and it's a quite intense story. But at the heart, it's still a love story. the heartbeat of the film is still the relationship between Paul and Chani. And yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait to share the movie with you guys.
Not just with tone, I know you're working with a new DP for this film, or you worked with a new DP for this film. What are some other, I guess, changes we can see? Because as we were discussing, it is a departure from the first two in a big way.
Yeah, the thing is that the world changed in those years. The climate is different on America. It's still a desert planet, but there are differences. We are visiting new sets, new place. I brought the camera in areas of the planet that you guys have not seen before. And we are visiting a new planet as well. And I wanted to approach this with a new pair of eyes. And I approached my dear friend Linus Sandgren, the cinematographer, who we decided both of us to shoot most of the movie in film. It has been, I didn't shoot in film since years. And we shot the movie in 65 millimeter, most of it. A big part of it also was shot in IMAX film, first time for me. And but I kept the desert in digital because I like the brutality of the digital IMAX. So the movie is really meant to be an IMAX experience and to be seen on the biggest screen as possible. Yeah, that's the way we dreamed the movie. Yeah.
Do you mind talking about working with the IMAX film cameras? Because it was a first for you, I was just curious what that was.
Yeah, those are epic cameras. I mean, those are the best camera in the world, and it was like when you see the result on screen, it's quite unmatchable. Unmatchable, is it a word in English? You understand? Translation, subtitles, and please help me. And yeah, it's something that. I thought was a quite unique experience for me, and I hope I will have the chance to do it again.
I mean, I feel like your Dunes have kind of given us what the common language is for that world, for Arrakis, for the Atreides family and everything, but I feel like one thing that really stands out is the score, where, I mean, you coming down immediately just puts me back there, and I was curious if you can confirm or deny if Hans Zimmer will be back for this.
Hans is working on the music already, and he's scoring. Yes, but it's gonna be like the movie is different. The score will be different, and it's something that Hans is very excited about, and approaching with the same spirit as the two first films. I insist, it's a Dune movie, but it will be different, and that's the way. So for me, I wanted the audience, the fans of Dune, to be excited and kind of shocked in a great way and surprised by where we brought the story.
I know that you had, as in your youth, had shot, listed, and drawn images from Dune. I was curious if you have any of those, I guess, papers from your early days for Dune Messiah, for Dune Part 3.
No, the thing is that that was really related with the first book. And Dune Messiah is a book that it's by far probably my favorite book of the series. It's a very dark book, beautiful book, and this time it's all. I will say this. It is one of my most personal film, if not my most personal film. So it's a film that is very close to me and very contemporary.
Without spoiling anything, can I ask you to elaborate on that a little bit? Why it is so close? Why it is so personal to you?
Because it tells the story. It's about the story of Paul and Chani. They're them struggling with their relationship. Having the burden and incredible pressure from the world around them, and Paul having to find a way out of this cycle of violence, and there's something about the way their love endure time and the way they are, the way their relationship evolve. That study on the relationship of both characters that is very personal to me.
I wanted to talk a little bit about the theatrical experience. I know we're here, so it's quite fitting. How do you recommend seeing this? Obviously, I know that you shot in IMAX, but I kind of just wanted to hear your take on the theatrical experience, why it's important to come to cinemas, and also why you value IMAX so much.
The thing is that I value IMAX because it is the most immersive format. And it is, at the end of the day, cinema is an art form that is meant to make you travel, make you experience things that you will not live in a regular life, and and the idea of those stories is to make you feel, experience things that will bring something new in your life in some ways, and I think it's Wim Wenders that says a great film is a film that makes you want to kick a ball when you get out of the theater and play football or something. It's the idea that cinema is linked with life, but at the end of the day, there's nothing like, I think as human beings, it's important to share experience, to have communal experiences. Our lives right now, we are like in our little bubbles all around the world, and I think that theater, like some sport events or concert, bring us together, and I think it's there's something beautiful and human about that. It's very important.
I want to get back to the number that you said, 17 years. From like a production standpoint, how do you go about, I guess, just changing the world over 17 years, and also changing characters and these actors to look 17 years
But the world is not that, I mean, I have some imagination, I can deal with that. Aging actors is more tricky, and I decided to go with more in the subtle way in front of the camera. I work with Ike Merker, one of the best makeup artists in the world, and we work hard to bring these characters, make them travel through time, but the best way will be to show you some images, maybe.
Can we put that on the screen? I want to ask you quite a lot of questions about every single one of the faces we just saw, but I believe you have some surprises still for us, correct?
Yeah. The thing is that I decided to brought some people that I deeply love with me, some of them. The movie needed some kind of mystery and danger, and for that I thought that Robert Pattinson would be a great Scytale, praise dancer. And I did also there's like Dune Part 3 requires madness with wisdom, elevated kind of madness, and for that Anya Taylor-Joy. And there's no Dune movie without the warmth and the humanity and the wisdom of an old Fremen warrior, Javier Bardem. Exactly. And finally, the heartbeat of the movie, like a character I deeply love, Zendaya is with us. Thank you, my friends. It's a trailer launch. It looks like a premiere.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Have you all seen the trailer yet?
I have.
Okay. How excited are you for fans to see this?
I'm so excited. I mean, these movies have meant so much to me over the years. I've literally been able to grow up in my entire 20s doing them, and So they have such a special place in my heart, and all these people do as well. So I'm very excited, very grateful to be a part of it.
Gotcha. Well, this is fitting. We have one of your co-stars wanted to ask you the first question, so please be ready for that.
Hi everyone, I've got a question for Zendaya. So at the end of the last movie, you ran away. I got Paul. Where are you now? Are you still mad at me? Do you kind of like me? What do you like? I just want to know all of those.
Well, I want to start by saying I love Florence Pugh. So talented and so wonderful in this role. And I was just, we said the last time the press tour, like we only got like one scene together and we were far away. And I was like, I hope we get more. So I don't want to, tease anything, but she's absolutely phenomenal. And you guys will just have to see for yourselves what happens. Because it's, quite the journey.
Can I ask, did you and Paul have kids in this film? Okay.
What?
Over to you, director.
So Javier,
I'm not spoiling.
I am their kid.
what's that?
I am their kid.
Oh, okay, lovely.
That's a big
My
twist.
son.
It's a big twist, but it worked.
It's a good swing. Big swing.
Yeah. In part two, you show unwavering loyalty to Paul, and I'm kind of curious in this film, 17 years later now, where that's taken your character, where that's taken you.
Well, I think it takes him to a place where he sees different realities of what being in power means after so long. And he's in this contradiction between the loyalty to the idea that he strongly fought and believed back in the day, and also the result of the idea becoming something that he thinks or feels that it may not be the thought that one day he dreamed about. Sounds complicated, but so is the complicated book. But what I mean, it's a great analogy about the idea of power and having the power. And then Stilgar is there in that contradiction.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much. You too.
Anya, judging from your poster, it seems your character is quite passionate. Might have a lot to say. I was kind of curious if you could give us a little insight into maybe what drives her.
Ooh. Aaliyah has a very intense blessing curse situation. She carries the weight and the wisdom of generations and generations in her head. She's never in a singular conversation. It's kind of everything everywhere all at once. And the one thing that she really feels most strongly about is her love and devotion to her brother, because that is the only person who's ever made her feel like she makes sense. He's understood her from before she was even born, and she will do anything for him to various degrees of insanity.
Various degrees, gotcha. Robert, what was it like joining this world, joining Dune, meeting with Denis? What was all that like?
I mean, it's just incredible. I mean, it's like, I absolutely adored these movies. I saw them multiple times in the theaters. And I think I was talking to you on the set of the drama. I was like, how do I get in one of those Dune movies?
I know a guy.
And it was a very unexpected call, like a few months later. And I kind of did think you were something to do with it. But I just think there's such a towering achievement. Like the cast is so incredible. And I just think everybody wants to work with Denis. I mean, he's a master. And it's, when you see the scope and scale and ambition of these movies, like on set, you get why they feel like this on the screen. It's just like extraordinary and amazing experience they've had.
Gotcha. Thank you for clearing up that timeline too. I know you guys have 3 movies together this year, so I was like trying to piece when that might have happened. Gotcha, thank you. From your character poster, I know Scytale is a fan favorite from the books, so I'm really excited to see your portrayal of him. I was curious if you could give us any sort of background into what his function in the story is going to be? What drives him?
Drives him. I mean, he's an unusual character in the book. I mean, you can't really tell whose side he's on. Is kind of what makes him quite interesting. And he's not. I wouldn't say he was a kind of conventional bad guy as such. I don't think he is. He might even be a good guy. Who knows? I will also find out when I see the movie. But yeah, it's an extremely fun character to play, and the look for it is quite
Incredible.
extraordinary.
We have one more question from a co-star of yours, and this is coming all the way from Hawaii.
I'm back! Yeah! Finally, listen, I loved Dune 2. It was amazing. I mean, but there was one thing missing, obviously, one key ingredient. So my question to you, Denis, is why'd you kill me off in the first one? And why am I back now? I love you, because you miss me, but a little bit more.
Yes, good question. Why did we, Duncan, Idaho was killed in the first one, and suddenly it seems that he comes back in the third? Frank Herbert, genius. The idea is that I think he created that kind of tremendous charismatic character that our art was broken, seeing him falling in the first one, and then we were the desire to see him back, and he comes back just at the right moment in the story, and it's like a very, very important comeback. Paul is struggling with his identity, and having that kind of strong Atreides figure coming back from the past will have a tremendous impact. That's what I will say, and I'm looking forward to. I will say he's fully back.
And we're in March, the movie comes out December. What do the next several months look like for you? Are you done with the film?
No.
Okay.
It's cooking. It's going well. The movie is alive. The movie is mostly done in the editing room, but visual effects, those movies are not small, and they require a lot of post-production. So we were on full speed in post-production, and after this, I'm running out to the editing room again. Yeah.
Okay, we should wrap that up then. I want you to have the time you need to finish this. I just wanted to thank you guys again for being
Thank
here.
you so much.
Let's give a round of applause for Robert Pattinson, Anya Taylor-Joy, Javier Bardem, Zendaya, and of course, Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, so we talking about cooking, we cook something for you, a few images that we will show you now, a little thing.
Gotcha.
A little taste.
And we're gonna go up this way. And again, please no phones for the trailer. Thank you guys.
Teaser.